Donald Trump said you get lower grocery bills, cheaper gas and affordable housing. But that is not what happened, is it? Instead, here's what you got. Your food prices are soaring. Eggs, milk and bacon are the most expensive they have ever been. Gas prices are sky high. Rent cost so high it leaves millions struggling, not ending up homeless. And healthcare is on the verge of completely disappearing. And why all that? Because Trump doesn't work for people like you. He's working for the billionaires, the corporate insiders, the oligarchs, surely not for everyday American. And here's the critical part. This isn't just bad luck or bad planning. Those outcomes are no accidents. They are intentional. Trump policies are built to make the wealthy Americans even richer. And you're the one left holding the bag. And what is that going to look like? Well, Social Security services are getting gutted. Food stamps slashed, Medicaid and child support are on the chopping block. If Trump succeeds, it will be devastating for seniors, low-income families, and anyone depending on a safety net. Education will only be for the wealthy. Public schools will be starved of funding, sold off or shut down entirely. And college tuition will be out of reach for most working-class families. Why? Because keeping people uninformed makes them easier to control. Healthcare has always been a luxury in the US, but it will get even worse. Insurance premiums keep rising, coverage will be shrinking, prescription medications will increasingly be unaffordable, and medical bankruptcies is about to become even more common. American infrastructure will fall apart. Roads and bridges will be left to decay. Public transportation is being phased out. The US energy grid is at risk of major failures, and Trump doesn't want to fix it. This isn't just poor policy. This is an economic war on the middle class. And why? Because the middle class is the enemy of any autocrats and fascists. So, what does future life under Trump look like? Well, there is no safety net. No affordable homes, no accessible healthcare, no solid public education. This isn't just about incompetence, it's about cruelty and control. Trump is enriching himself and his inner circle at your expense. Recently, Trump rolled out sweeping tariffs on Canada, Mexico, China, Europe, and yes, nearly the entire world. The result? The stock market went into a tailspin. Some economists even say it's already worse than the crash in 1930. But here's the twist. Tariffs sound like they're hurting other countries, but they are actually hurting you. Here is how tariffs work. The US slaps tariffs on goods from other countries. The tariff costs get added at the border. Consequently, you, the consumer, end up paying more for the product when you go and buy it. That means higher prices at the store, less spending power, and slowdown in economic activities. That brings us to the question, why would Trump do that? Well, it gives him power. With tariffs, he can make industries and governments beg him for relief. He decides who get exemptions and who suffers. It's a setup where he can demand favors or money in return for help.
I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything, sir.
Those are the deals Trump likes. That kind of unchecked power is straight out of the dictator's playbook. He's even using those tactics against major law firms, pressuring them into silence by threatening them financially. then rewarding them with legal breaks if they play along. But the consequences of his historic economic warfare against the American middle class are that the stock market has collapsed. Day by day, the US and global stock market have dropped 5,000 to 6,000 points. Plus, JP Morgan has predicted that there is a higher than 60% chance for a US recession this year. Within only a few days, financial strength and economical power that took centuries to build has disappeared, and no one knows how many years it will take to fix it again. Even the clowns Trump surrounds himself with, including his economically completely illiterate senior advisor Peter Navarro, are aware of that. Within a few weeks, your 401k has completely disappeared, your retirement savings swallowed up by the big orange disaster, and your kids' college funds absorbed into thin air. Behind closed doors, even the most spineless of all Republicans and industrial leaders admit to each other that this is a catastrophe for America and its citizens. Trump feels the pressure now, and what is he going to do? Well, I think he's going to surprise us with the same performance we have seen from him many times before, like when he suddenly reversed the tariffs on China in 2017. Swiftly, for some obscure reasons, he will declare himself the winner of this trading war, proclaiming it is all over and everything is now how it's supposed to be. Well, in his eyes, it probably is. Except it isn't. Middle-class America has lost 75% of their assets. The country may have fallen into a recession. Unemployment will be at a highest in years, if not decades, and there will be a shortage of food. But Trump is not only happy.
Very happy with the way the country's running.
He probably is $1 billion or $2 richer. Just to bring home the point how concerned, and I use the term very lightly, Trump is about the stock market and the well-being of his citizens. On Sunday, when the stock market spiraled down very fast and lost over $6 trillion, Trump, on the flight back from his golf vacation in Florida, talks to reporters about his golf handicap.
Any questions?
How was the golf tournament?
Very good, because I won. It's good to win. You heard I won, right? Did you hear I won?
Sure.
Just to back it up, over there, I won.
What's your handicap
I like
these
to win
days?
very low. I have a very low handicap.
Now, is that the behavior of a person who is generally concerned about his own financial situation? Never mind the financial situation the country is in. He doesn't care about this anyways. And the suffering doesn't stop there. Trump launched massive deportation campaigns, not just against undocumented immigrants, but even legal residents and US-born citizens of certain backgrounds. No judges, no due process, just people being picked up off the street and sent away. What starts with one group never ends there. If Trump disagrees with you, you could be next. This is how police states begin. With massive deportations, especially from farm workers, the food supply is in danger. There are already signs of produce rotting in the fields, animals not getting cared for, and empty shelves in stores. The US isn't built to function without immigrant labor. And now we're starting to see what happens when that labor disappears. Americans are looking for the exit right now. 1 in 4 Americans thinks about leaving the country. And who can blame them? Other countries offer lower cost of living, universal healthcare, public schools that work, political stability, a life where you don't just survive, but you thrive. In parts of Latin America, Asia, and Europe, you can still live well for half of what it costs to just survive in the US. Thinking of moving abroad? With Trump's aggressive foreign policies and trade wars, fewer countries are staying friendly to Americans. If you are considering leaving, you need to be informed and to act before the doors start closing. As a good start for your research, watch my videos. the 25 best countries for American expats, and Living Better Abroad, the Expat Guide 2025 for Disillusioned Americans. The links to those videos are at the end of this message. Because, let's be honest, middle-class life in Trump's America is disappearing. And it's not coming back unless we take action. Share this message if you're done with lies. Tag someone who still believes Trump is fighting for them.